Hi, I'm Melissa Darnay, and you are sipping with the Wine Maven. If you love Italian Chianti, you're going to enjoy today's show. But first, I'd like to introduce you to today's guest, Kathy Erickson. Kathy, welcome.
Thank you, Wine Maven.
Kathy makes unique custom creations. In fact, she engraved my logo into this glass. Now, I think this is so cool. I love it for so many reasons. Most of the reasons I love them though, because I always know which wine glass is mine. There's nothing worse than being at a wine event and toward the end you have no idea which glass is yours and you have to make that judgment call. Am I gonna drink it when I think it's mine, or am I gonna waste the wine and get a new glass? Neither one's a good choice. So now I always know which glass is mine. So Kathy, what else do you do?
Well, I would engrave pretty much anything. I can engrave cork and I can engrave tile. I make tissue boxes out of wood where you can actually put a photograph on it, or I can put a photograph on it. Anything you can think of, I can probably do it.
Wonderful, there's nothing like custom. Now Kathy, I have a question for you. If you were to take a random poll of your friends, they would probably all have a wonderful memory of friends, food, fun, and Chianti. Would you agree?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Now, if you were to poll those exact same friends and ask them what they thought of Sangiovese, what do you think their answer would be?
I don't think they would know.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't know what Sangiovese is. Well, here's where it gets really interesting. Sangiovese and Chianti are basically exactly the same thing. Chianti is 100% Sangiovese that's grown in the Chianti region of Italy. So the only difference is where the grapes were grown. If the grapes were grown in what we call New World, that's the United States, South America, any of those would be called Sangiovese. Now, most people have never had a Sangiovese, especially one from California, so we get to have a real treat today because we're gonna try the 2009 Nuovo Muse Sangiovese. This is originally grown in the Mendocino area of California, and if you're not familiar with where that is, it's about 3 hours north of San Francisco. Are you ready to try it?
Oh, absolutely.
This is the fun part.
I'm absolutely.
Okay, let's go ahead and swirl it in the beautiful Wine Maven glasses. Oh yeah, you always want to swirl to open up that wine. Okay, now let's smell it. I love how she smells. That's a big, deep inhale. She's so good. I want all my guests to be like her. It's wonderful. Okay, what do you smell?
I gotta do it again.
Okay, do it again. I made her laugh. It's okay. It's okay to have fun when you drink.
Oh, it's refreshing, whatever it is.
Refreshing, that's a good word for it. This has aromas of cherry, strawberry, a hint of leather, and some spice, but not necessarily like black pepper spice, more like nutmeg spice. Now, when she says it's refreshing, this also makes a great patio pounder. Do you know what a patio pounder is?
I'm gonna wanna know right now.
It's what you drink glass after glass of
Oh my gosh.
on the patio during those wonderful long summer months. So patio pounder, we've learned something new today.
Absolutely.
So now we get to do my favorite thing, which is sip it.
Okay. Oh.
What do you think?
That. Oh my gosh.
Nice
Oh,
and
I can
smooth.
sip this a lot.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of your Italian Chiantis are going to have a lot of earthiness to them. This one doesn't so much have earthiness, but it does have a lot of fresh fruit, as well as it has a silky, silky smooth finish. And at only $18 a bottle, it's well within your price point. This wine goes great with so many different foods. Of course, any of your Italian foods, easy things like pizza, pasta, chicken parmesan, all of those are very easy to whip up yourself. And of course, there's takeout. But our own wonderful chef, Stacey Wetzel of Cater 10, is going to show us something easy that you can whip up any night of the week. Stacey, welcome.
Hello. Hi, Maven. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Stacey.
Oh, and look at what you have for us today.
Simple meatballs. Everybody can do meatballs.
And tell us how you made those.
Well, I just used what I had on hand, which today happened to be, had some beef, had some pork. You can use any variety of meats. You want to use a couple different ones. 2 different kinds of tomatoes in the sauce. So I just sauteed those with some garlic. And of course, a lot of red wine, let it reduce. And kind of one of the keys to meatballs is to fry them.
Fry them.
So I
Heard of frying them.
Yep,
Wow.
I form them, I roll them in cake flour.
Now, what's the
And then I
difference
fry 'em.
between cake flour and regular flour?
It's finer, and it's gonna give us a nice crust where those meatballs hold in their flavor and they stay together. See how they're really nice
do
and
look
together?
good.
Do you
Yes.
want to eat them?
I do.
Oh, everyone wants to eat them. Everyone on the sun wants to eat them. And I love how she put the wine and cooked it down and then put the meatballs. I mean, it just smells amazing. The other thing I like about meatballs is you can pretty much make them with everything. You can have them just like this. You could have some sauteed potatoes with them. You could put them in a sandwich. So how easy are meatballs? Don't do takeout. Make your own. If they want the recipe for this, Stacey, how do they get the recipe?
Well, you know what? Oddly, usually the recipes are on cater10.com under the Wine Maven's recipes. However, this one I didn't write because I just used whatever I have, and that's kind of how I do meatballs. I will write one and put it up, though.
Okay, so we will have a recipe online
yes.
for you at cater10.com. That's cater10, the number 10.com.
Look for
Wonderful.
Wine
Now
Maven.
she's just eating this. She's like, wonderful. And we forgot to tell you, what we want you to do is go ahead and take a bite of the meatball, and then before
good.
you swallow it, we want you to pair it with the wine. So if you would, that's actually how we normally eat. We put some stuff in our mouth and then we rinse it down with the wine.
Usually we don't break it down, though.
No, usually you don't think about it, you just do it. What do you think about that pairing?
I want the recipe. I want the recipe.
I'll write it.
Oh my
Today's
gosh.
a happy day, and the recipe will be up before the end of the week.
Oh my.
So there you have it. Kathy, how can people get a hold of you?
You can visit my website at engravetoperfection.com.
That's right. You can get your own custom gift. It always makes a great impression. And of course, don't forget to ask for your own personal Wine Maven glass. Until next time, cheers.